Yo, what's going on, everybody? Back with another reaction video. Thank you so much for stopping by today. It means a lot. Today, I will be reacting to why European cities are insanely well designed. Let's jump right into the video. I'm not wasting no time. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn all post notifications on. When I tell ya, boy, we
Across
have
the
been
globe,
growing.
there are more than 10,000 different cities that are all
10,000.
unique in their own way. While cities in the United States are dominated by cars, European cities are the polar opposite. This is because cities such as Paris are much older than American cities like New York,
Right.
and the age difference has led to many interesting changes in the physical layout of each city. European cities are also known to have a lot of bike paths accessible throughout the city, something you rarely see in American ones. But besides the drastic comparisons between cities across the globe, why are American cities so different, and why didn't they follow the European blueprint for building a city? When taking a look at a city such as New York from satellite imagery, you see a lot of horizontal and vertical lines crossing between buildings and intersections.
Right.
This is known as the grid plan or the grid method. Now, the grid method was the founding framework for American cities, and besides New York, almost every city in America has adopted this design choice. By using the grid method, American cities were perfectly designed for both residential and commercial uses, since streets bordered buildings on each side. This can be visualized in a city like Los Angeles, where you can see the grid method being used for over 5 straight miles of streets. While this method of city planning was great for commercial and residential uses, European cities had a different approach to city planning. When you take a look at a city such as London from satellite imagery, you don't see many grids at all, and you might not even see any.
Right.
In Europe, they did not use the grid method to build cities. They instead built
Look at the U.S. Look at the U.S. map from high above. It looked like a motherboard. Everything looks so
radial-based cities. Now, it may seem that radial-based cities are the exact opposite from grid-based cities, but that's not exactly true. A radial-based city is based on a series of concentric circles that surround a traffic intersection. This can be seen all across Europe in cities such as Paris and Denmark. The design dates back to ancient times, but is still very useful in today's cities. But again, this is something you rarely see in the United States, and there are many reasons behind this.
Never seen that.
For one, U.S. cities were designed for profitability, and the grid method allows as many homes and buildings to be placed in a certain location without wasting any space.
That's why I'm telling you, you have to buy a big home in the U.S. if you want some space for a backyard, or even if you want some space for a front yard. Because let me tell you, even living in big houses in the suburbs, you are still next to your neighbors like this. Like, not even 10 feet. Not even 10 feet. I am literally 7 feet. I'm like maybe 7 feet away from my neighbor's house. We have big backyards or front yards, but it's like, when you really look at the distance, we're still next to each other. Everybody's packed in close up. That's why I was saying, when you look at it from a high view, you would see it and be like, oh my gosh. You gotta spend some money or go out to the hills or something if you really want some space. You gotta go out to the countryside and buy some land if you really would like some space.
It also means that the city will be designed for cars, and not for walking or biking. While this method has worked for hundreds of years, it shows how European cities are better designed for residential use over commercial uses. But this statement is not 100% true.
Okay.
While the cities are better designed for walking and bicycles, they still serve as a commercial use. Take this image of the Champs-Élysées, where there are large streets down the center and barely any intersections, something in contrast with New York City. Just by looking at these images, you can tell that the city was designed for walking, not cars.
Right.
While there are roadways, walking was the priority when planning the city. Another key factor in play is land use laws in US and European cities. For example, agricultural subsidies in Europe have persuaded farmers to not sell their land to developers, and instead continue farming on it to prevent large development projects from taking shape.
Yeah.
This can be seen in Paris,
Absolutely.
as there are still small farms that surround the city, but compared to New York, there are no farms in sight. Land use laws have played a big...
No. There's farms in upstate New York. Maybe not in the city area, but there's definitely farms in upstate. Yeah, I remember I used to have to drive upstate every single weekend, 4 hours, And mind you, I wasn't driving from New York City. That would have been like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours tops, maybe 2.5 tops. I was driving from New Jersey, South Jersey, which was 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours. You see nothing but barns, nothing but farms, horses.
Big role in how cities have been built and developed all across the globe, and they are partially responsible for why cities are all designed in their own unique way. While cities are known for having large populations, new studies have revealed that cities across the globe are facing a population decline. Today, more than 55% of the world's population lives in urban areas, and that number is expected to increase to 68% by 2050. Predictions show that people are leaving cities in hopes of living in more suburban areas.
Right.
Now, this is being seen in American cities, and it's not necessarily because people are moving out, but just not moving in. European cities will be put to the test to see if they are closer to an urban environment due to their pedestrian-focused design. Since more of the world's population is looking to live in places with more open space and less congested areas, they may turn to European cities, where they were designed for residential uses over commercial uses. Throughout the next 20 to 30 years, we will see how cities across the globe react to more people wanting to live in the urban lifestyle. The grid plan will also be put to the test to see if it's a reliable method of city planning for decades into the future. The model of the European city has been around for hundreds of years, and many countries have used it as a blueprint for designing and planning their own cities. Although America was different and decided to create their own blueprint for a city.
Now I'm looking at the streets and everything. Let's keep our streets how they are in the U.S. Let's not put too many roundabouts. I know, I'm all for roundabouts. But most of these American people are slow. When I tell you they don't use their brain, the common sense ain't there. Common sense ain't common. Common sense ain't common. I'm like, you got the yield. You have the yield. Why am I stopping? I'll have the right of way constantly because these people will hit you. Like you're not paying attention. Hello. Let's just keep it at the stop signs. And they not even stopping at those. This whole entire weekend before the New Year's, people running stop signs. I'm sitting here driving. I'm like, he just had a stop sign. He just blew that stop sign. I'm driving like it's casual, and I slam on my brake because somebody just flew right past me. You gotta be careful. You gotta watch out for these other drivers. I don't care how skilled you are behind the wheel. I'm very skillful behind the wheel. I could say that all day, but let it just be one dummy on the road. It'll take you out. I see why our streets are the way they are when he's showing it from a high view. Let's just keep it simple. Because these people are out here, man,
they showed the world how a city could be built catering towards both commercial and residential uses. But for now, American and European cities will always stay unique, and showed how two methods of city planning ended up changing the world. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you enjoyed the video.
Yeah, we need to make some changes. I would love that, like I said, but some people just would not adapt to it. We have some people in this world who do not need their license. Then I'm looking at how close the homes are. On the average, in the comments, please. How close are you to your neighbor? If you live in an apartment complex or you live in like an area where there's townhomes, I expect you to be really close. But for my people out there who decided they don't want any neighbors or they want some space, how far did you have to go for that? I mean, how far out did you have to move out for that? Are you on the countryside? You out there in West Bumble? Because over here, I want to still, stay in the central area. Not too far away from the city, but still live in an urban area. Still central, not too far out on the countryside, not too lonely. But I want some room. It's a big backyard, a nice front yard. But like I said, the houses are still next to each other and next to each other. You guys let me know in the comments, please. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, turn all post notifications on. Please subscribe to my second channel, Strac Reacts Live, where I will be reacting to nothing but sports videos over there. And trust me, you do not want to miss out on that. With further ado, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe, and please spam my comment section with more recommended videos you guys would like me to react to next. I'll catch you guys in my next one.